everybody, this is Ogre Boy, and I'm going to be doing my top 5 favorite horror movie scores. This is for the Thrill Me Thursdays created by Drew from Hey Isn't That Devon Graham, and I'm sure he's going to be making a playlist with everybody's Thrill Me Thursday video, so after you watch this one, be sure to check out everybody else's and everything. And so I'm going to go ahead and get started. My number 5 favorite horror movie score is The Shining from 1980. The score is done by Wendy Carlos and Rachel Elkind. I hope I said her last name right. I absolutely love this score. This isn't one of my most favorite movies or anything. It's a slow burner and stuff, and it's just not one that I really enjoy a lot, but I do love the music in this movie. The score is like really, really good and everything. It has this like dreadful tone to it, and it just makes the movie feel really eerie and everything. I think it works really good for this movie and everything, and I do think it is a great movie. It's just not one that I really like to rewatch. Kind of like I said in my Exorcist review, it's just slow burner, so it's not one that I like rewatching very much, but I do like the movie and everything. I just don't think it's a great movie, as great as some people say it is. But yeah, so Wendy Carlos and Rachel Elkind's score for The Shining is number 5, and number 4 is Harry Manfredini's score for Friday the 13th from 1980. I like his score on all of the Friday the 13th movies and everything, but the first one's probably my favorite out of all of them. And I also love the one from Part 3. But I just absolutely love his score in this movie. I think it works perfectly. It kind of has that creepy vibe to it, but and everything, and like in the scenes where they make you jump and stuff, like the loud screeches of the score, just I think it works really well and everything. But I think his score is really good and everything. So Harry Manfredini's score for Friday the 13th is number 4. And number 3 is Charles Bernstein's score for A Nightmare on Elm Street. This is one of my favorite scores. It's one that gives me chills every time I listen to it, because it just has that creepy, eerie vibe that you would expect from Freddy Krueger and stuff, and it's done perfectly and everything, especially in the first movie. I love the, like in the opening scenes and stuff, when Tina's having her nightmare and everything, and his score in those scenes is just really, really good and everything. So Charles Bernstein's score for Nightmare on Elm Street is number 3, and number 2 is John Williams' score for the 1975 movie Jaws. This is the horror movie that introduced me to horror and everything. I just absolutely love Jaws. It's my favorite horror movie of all time and everything, and I love that John Williams' score. I mean, all of his scores are usually really good anyway. I mean, there's a few movies where I thought his score wasn't very good, like Jaws 2, but like the rest of his scores that I've heard in every movie, I've always liked a lot and everything. But Jaws is easily one of my favorites of his, outside of Star Wars and Harry Potter. I just love the way it brings a really good tone to it, and like the way it speeds up every time there's about to be a kill and stuff. It just makes it more tense and everything, and his score is just really perfect and everything. So I just absolutely love it. So John Williams' score for Jaws is number 2, and number 1 is John Carpenter's score for the original Halloween. This just I can't think of any other movie score that is better than this. It has that perfect sense of eeriness and everything that you would want in a slasher movie and everything. I just love his score. I think it's just really, really good and everything. And it's just an iconic score. I mean, from one of the best horror movies ever made and everything. It's the one thing about this movie that I can say that the Halloween franchise has better on than any of them, is John Carpenter's score for the first movie is just absolutely amazing. I didn't really care too much for his score on the second movie, but I did like it on the third one as well. But the third movie isn't really even part of the Michael Myers series, but I do like his score for the third one as well. I thought I'd give that a honorable mention. But yeah, so let me know in the comments what your favorite horror movie scores are. If there's any you think I should have put on here, let me know that too. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody. And also be sure to check out the other channels that are doing Thrill Me Thursdays and everything, because I'm sure their videos are going to be awesome and everything. So have a good day, everybody.
This is the song that doesn't end. Yes, it goes on and on, my friend.
That's enough, guys.
Some people started singing it, not knowing what it was, and they'll continue singing it forever just because this is the song that